So for the beginning of the weird thing for it, kind of everything was difficult was basically, basically was kind of that transition into the disability thing because I was diagnosed with ADHD and a learning disability, which I not mood disorder, and for that it was kind of challenging at first because either sometimes it used to be with the work and relationship with family members, peers, and relationship would be family members, friends, and and it was kind of it was really hard to express my feelings or talk about my feelings because for one it was since that the mood disorder I really don't share or know what to for that emotion for certain people, which kind of like the lack of empathy. What always people say, oh, like, oh, you don't care or you're heartless or you're mean. And same with the ADHD. Really, it's two things don't really go together. And they say like, oh, you're fake. You don't well, you don't have a mood disorder, or or you just don't care. It's just really hard because it was like all the people are like bad mouthing me, talking down about me. Mainly, it was out like outside the outside life. So like be like teachers, students, and soon it was family members during my older when I was getting older, and they kind of like beat me up like because it didn't look like it didn't show it, but like inside I kind of felt it because I didn't know how to express it or what I just felt feeling. And during the middle of it, it's kind of fun like then like just slowly kind of realized it's I needed the help. So which one of the major impacts in my life was the YZLF. They helped me better understand about my, my disabilities. Oh yeah, not just my disability, but other people's disability. Making me realize I'm not the only person that has a disability, and it's not something that's looked down upon or makes me look ashamed. And kind of when I just see other people with disability, like major disability, so like it'd be like a brain disability or something like, and they accomplished so much in their lives, and which really gave me that confidence I needed, which made me go to therapy, help me better express my thing because I used to not talk about my feelings or not ask for help because I was like, I should know this by now, or I shouldn't something. I don't know. I just thought people look down upon me because all he has to do is you can't do nothing for yourself. Of course, he's gonna ask for help. But after that, like I said, YZL made me realize that, open my eyes and realize there's other people with disabilities, and yet they accomplished a whole lot of things in their lives, and it's really maybe it's like if they can do this, I can do this as well. There's nothing that's holding me back. And I realized, and I surrounded myself mainly with more positive, positive friend groups, family members, and they helped me out throughout my whole life, better understanding not just about my, yeah, better understand about myself and other people. So sometimes I kind of takes me a little longer to adjust, and I have those people that are willing to take that time for it, and it really feel really good. Like for like supports would be, like I said, YZLF, family members, staff, peers, and like sometimes it doesn't have to be something big; it could be something little. So like let's see the topic. I think it had a this person, this random person, kind of came out and helped me with certain things with or there you go was ordering with food, and she had their family. She had a son that was kind of has a disability, and it's just like saying that, realizing it's not, it's more accepting. People are willing to put in that time and effort to help. So it doesn't like for me, it doesn't really have to be someone like I know half of my life or I always see constantly. It can be random people that really need to put in that time to help you with that, which was really, like I said, a bit impacting my life. And same with the YZLF. they really helped me. I think it made me set new goals, like the outcome where I'm at right now. Oh, to see, I'm better where I'm at I'm better in my self confidence now, but how I was before. I actually realized that was one of the main goals right now is to finish in high school because I dropped out because I was it was hard for me to understand certain things and I was ashamed, so that's why I dropped out. But they kind of gave me that courage to start back. So one of my main goals was finishing school, high school this year, this year, beginning of next year. And I think another thing was be more acceptings and stuff. So like better understandings and basically getting out of my comfort zone and volunteering more like this what I'm doing right now. And I feel like it's really pretty good doing better at it each day and talking to more people and expressing my feelings are one of my main goals, which I'm doing it way better now than I was before. And I think how I got here as of now was just like I said, is all of the people that support family members, staff, um, mentors, therapists, and it can be random people too, and like random people. So like say like a random person that will stop and give you that time. I think that would really made me be here today and making me here speak about my behalf of what I went through, which really that confidence. And I think for my future goals, what I want to probably I set up right now, since I can have that confidence, and I still have that confidence in the future, would be um. Oh, sorry, it's on top of my head. It would be being a, I think how you say it's a food handler. I think that's one of them. It's basically just like being in in like food, like doing cooking and or carpenter. It's one of my main ones. And that's like one of my main goals right now. And I have the people that help me support it. What you can even my school is a big support in my life right now since this program in with the school. And to like basically summarize and wrap up everything is I just really glad I found those people that are willing to put in the time for me. They really help me speak. And I think I want to say that's really it. That's like the main thing is just that support I needed. And I like to and I think I'll basically wrap up with all I'm saying. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Eric. Sorry. My camera is not working at the moment. Um, as well as, I am proud of him. Uh the he is the second MC. And he's had to pivot a little bit for the um through the agenda just because of technical difficulties, but um and I'm sorry for putting you on the spot. Um, uh, but I I'll go next. Uh, so for me, you know, I am, I have a traumatic brain injury. Um, when it comes to that disability, it's about you know, it has a lot to do with processing and um, when things, don't necessarily, uh, flow smoothly, or, there's a lot of noise or a lot of, uh, you know, a lot of, I guess, overstimulation. I tend to not necessarily process my the processing of information, slows down. I do have some vision issues as well, and due to um, a due to I believe, well, I can't remember the new term for it, but the older term is shaken baby syndrome. It caused retinal hemorrhaging in both of my eyes. The uh but the more severe one was in my right eye near the optic nerve, and um it it's affected my those have affected my life in very uh, uh very impactful ways. um and throughout education, uh to an extent it was a struggle. uh in elementary school it was you know it was relative yeah I was relatively fine and successful. I had I had supports and friends that and teachers that supported me. I had a TBI teacher. Her name was Mrs. Rocks, Mrs. Mary Rocks. She worked for my for the district that I went to school in, specifically to help uh, students who had traumatic brain injuries uh, be successful in their education. Um, and she was a very good help. But as things went on, especially in junior high, that's when I had the fight with education, fight kind of for my education and being in a least restrictive environment for it. I had a teacher that specifically did not, that specifically taught in uh, with packets, which was not my best way of learning. Because specifically I had one instance where I had a question on the packet, wasn't clear, you know, and I went to go ask the teacher, and she just referred me to the packet and specifically said everything is in the packet, which was not helpful. And so, you know, and that was, in a special education class. So, um, the very system that was, that's supposed to help students with disabilities, be successful, uh, you know, as an alternative to, at least an assistance to general education, wasn't helping me. So I wanted it to leave, those special education classes. And that was a fight. It took seven, IEP meetings. The principal yelled at yelled at me and my mom for, basically not trusting or not wanting to be in special education. And but I won that fight. I got into general education in eighth grade, and I was in there ever since. I was in general education all throughout high school, and I graduated with 10 years of perfect attendance. Um, you know, but it wasn't all bad. When I went into general education, you know, I was on the principal's honor roll for, for basically every, semester year that, I was in general education. I had a another teacher. Her name was Dr. Jones. She was very helpful. She had, she herself had, a child who was who had deafness and blindness, and she knew, the challenges, and so she would help also navigate in the IEP process, and call out her colleagues if there was if they misstepped, or if there was any contention. So I'm very appreciative to her. Um, but I went into community college as well. As I referenced earlier, that uh, I have an associate's in graphic design, uh, visual visual communication, but I also have another associate's in theatrical arts, emphasis on theater. So uh, you know, I've worked hard, to get, where I'm at today, as well as um, I am able to, uh, hopefully able to, go into university and, become a librarian. Uh, but I'll need a master's in information science to do that. So hopefully I can, I'll uh I'll get that, in the near future. And, for me, it was all of, some cultural teachings that helped me was it's all about that education is not a competition. You know, it's not you're not competing with the other students. It doesn't matter, your ranking, whether you're valedictorian in high school, or, cum laude in university. And then also, uh, you uh, in my culture as a Lakota, there is a teaching that we learned from the buffalo, and that is Blehemechia, and that is a teaching that uh, when a storm happens on in the prairie, in the plains, for the buffalo, they move towards the storm, where it's coming from, because that's the fastest way to get out of it. They don't go around, they don't go back, they don't stay where they're at, because they don't want to be in that storm. As well as they will put the elderly, sick, and the young in the middle of their herd, for so that they can be warm and have maximum protection. So as we continue on, I just want to make sure that to pass those teachings along, so that hopefully whoever whoever needs that information, it can find it helpful. So thank you, and I'll pass it on to our next person, which is AJ.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian Shorty. They also, some of these people know me as AJ. That's a nickname that I've earned. That's a nickname that I've picked up over the years. And I am 26 years old. I am from the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community in Arizona, which it's close by Scottsdale. And I have a condition known as cerebral palsy, which affects the right side of my body. So I don't really have that much motor function on the right side of my body. I have more motor function on the left side of my body. And I also have a traumatic brain injury, which is a grade 2 that happened at birth when I was being pushed out of my mother's womb. That affected some neural connections in my on the right side, and and I also have a vision impairment, which also kind of affects how far I can see. I can't really see that far, so it really kind of helps when things are like up much kind of closer to me, or I have large print paper with me. That'll help a lot. If the text is boosted up, that means I can see a lot better. And And some challenges that I faced throughout high school, mainly throughout high school and junior high, was not being able to learn at like the same pace as other students. I always have felt rushed, which I didn't realize was not really a bad thing, but I kind of didn't understand it through my way of learning because I saw other students who I saw other students like finishing the papers as fast as fast or faster than I ever did, and that caused me to want to rush and finish with them. But as I learned and I got older, I learned to work at my own pace, which that kind of helped throughout my high school and college years. And I also learned like how to self advocate for myself, like being like in junior high, I had a really difficult time. Like I wasn't comfortable with talking to my teachers or the other with my teachers. I always had my mom speak up for me on that part. But as I got into my high school years, I learned like how to self advocate for myself. I was able to talk to the teachers and be able and be like, oh, I need to sit in front of the classroom, or oh, I need to sit, or oh, I need large print paper for these specific assignments, or oh, I need extra time on test. Could I go to a different room? And that's what really kind of helped me throughout my high school years and even into my college years as well. I went to a disability resource service center over at Scottsdale Community College, and I met the person who was running it, and they were able to set up a plan for me through my college years, and that's how I was able to talk to my professors, and I was able to self advocate for the extra time on tests and being able to go to the Disability Resource Service Center. They had a room which was able to accommodate me for tests and those larger assignments. So I wasn't able to rush with the other college students, and that's what really helped me in the long run. And also AZYLF helped me as well too. That really helped me to learn my self advocacy skills and pretty much embrace who I am, because I never really embraced having a disability because I never thought I had a disability, which kind of it kind of shifted my reality in a sense. And once I learned once I learned to accept that I had a disability, it really it kind of really opened my horizons to learn about different to learn about different experiences and finding more opportunities for me as a 26-year-old that has a disability. And pretty much how that's helped me in the success of my life. It's helped me graduate high school with a high school diploma, and it's been able to help me find a job. I work with Diversity Incorporated. That's how I'm in this meeting, and a lot of the panel members on this call I've been friends with for a couple of years. And it's also helped me to like I would probably say like I would probably say it's been able to help me like learn more about myself as a youth who is Native American or indigenous as we would call it now, to find like-minded people like you or whoever's on this call. And it's been able to help me find a voice to be able to tell everyone here that I've been able to self-advocate for myself, and that I hope that anyone who's on this call can learn from me and be able to self-advocate for themselves and know that I've been very successful in life. And also as well too, I have this little necklace that I have. It has shells on it. It has shells, and this little what is it called? This little pennant right here. This represents my tribe. This represents there's a little man in the maze. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it has a white, or no, not white, a yellow, orange, and purple background. And the man in the maze definition is, to me, what it means to me is like basically my journey through life. Basically, like all the trials and tribulations that I've been through, all the challenges that I've faced them head on. I've never ran away from challenges that I couldn't be able to face on my own. I've also had the help of my parents and people that I've met throughout my life. A lot of elders that I've met through my life, they've been able to help me through the many trials and tribulations that I've been through. And that's one of the bigger things that I've accepted as being a member of the Salt River People Maricopa Indian community. And that's really helped me as a young adult who is indigenous. And I'm pretty sure that all this information hopefully sticks with you, and you will be able to tell your friends and family in your communities about the information that I've told you today. And yeah, thank you very much for having me here. And you will be seeing me later today. And thank you very much. And hopefully the rest of this meeting goes very well. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. Um, Now we will go to Kenny.
Um, Hello? Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh, Hello, my name is Kenny, and my name is Kenneth Dodson. I am 20 years old, and I'm from Tuba City, Arizona. I'm a third year student at Northern Arizona University, and uh I was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 17 years old, and the way the way Mateo described it, like how the way Mateo described the brain tumor was is exactly what I have. Like I have issues with my balance, my vision, my coordination, my strength, and I got hearing issues too. So yeah, in the beginning when I was diagnosed, it was hard to deal with because I grew up without any knowledge of what a disability was. Like I mean, I heard the term, but I didn't really know what it was for sure. So, and being Navajo, like being Navajo, like my tribe, there wasn't really a word for disability. So, I mean, when I saw somebody with a disability, I was just like, I was like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just people, like, stuff like that. And it was hard to like adjust my lifestyle to it because like I didn't know what to category put myself in the category, like I had no idea. So I would like go to my doctor's appointments, go to like physical my therapy appointments with the knowledge of like, this will pass. It's just like getting the flu or something. And yeah, what I learned is like that was not the case. Like about like it like just going to those appointments was like it didn't improve a lot of things. That just like it just stayed consistent. It just stayed the same. So I had to. What I did was like I had to take face the situation head on. Like I had to tell myself that this is how it's gonna be from now on. So gotta gotta really try. But Yeah, I was in recovery. I went home back to Tuba City, and I was in recovery at home. Excuse me. And I was at home for like a year or two, and during like after those years, I wanted to go to work and go to school, but if you've been to Tuba City, it's really small, so there's not a lot of work opportunities or college out there. So I moved out to Flagstaff, and here in Flagstaff, I enrolled at the community college. I took some classes here, but I was a really on and off student. So, like I took classes, then I would take a break for a while, then go back and take class. I did that for about a couple years, and yeah, like that was bad because I ran into the issue of like paying for classes, like paying for my tuition. So the only way I could do that was get a job. So I got it. I applied at I started doing work training. I started not work training, but vocational therapy because I needed to like build my resume and stuff. And the vocational therapist recommended a program to me, like a work training program. And so I did that for like I'd say about a few months. Then I built my resume and I applied at the state Arizona Conservation Corps. And I did about 2 or 3 terms there. And yeah, I did about season 2 or 3 season terms there. It was like 2 summer terms and one winter term. And during that, like after my seasonal work, they awarded me like an education award, which can put towards my tuition, which is money I can only use for my tuition. So with that, I was able to finish up the last few semesters at Coconino Community College. So sorry about that. And yeah, while I was there, like going back to college, I didn't really have I didn't really I kind of forgot about being what being a student was. So I need a lot of help. So I went to what really helped me was that I went to College Disability Resource Center because I kind of forgot I have a disability. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that, and that really helped a lot. The Disability Resource Center like pointed me towards programs I can go to, and they pointed me towards tutoring help and stuff, and that's where like one of the resource guys recommended that I recommend a program called the SIBC program, which is like a program that helps students with developmental and intellectual disabilities. So I joined that, and that really helped a lot because I was assigned a peer mentor. I was assigned a peer mentor that really helped me navigate through those last few semesters of college. And what was cool was that once I enrolled in that program, I was put on a program called the CCC to NAU program. So once I graduate, I can transfer my credits to like to the university. So that was really cool. So yeah, because once I like I didn't really think about going to continue my education. Like once I got my AA degree, I was just thinking about jump straight into work, like just stopping and going straight into work. But that CCC, the NAU program and the SCC program really got me to like continue my education and wanna keep going and learn stuff. And um so that's what I decided to do. I decided to go to NAU and continue my education. And also I'm in a disability. I'm studying this. I'm in disability studies. I'm minoring in disability studies at NAU because my disability is like I didn't know a lot about it, but since I got it and it's a huge part of my affects a huge part of my life. Like I want to learn more about it. Not just my disability, but other disabilities too. So that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like studying to get a bachelor's degree. I'm trying to put all my focus into trying to get this degree because I really want it. Yeah, yeah. And afterwards, I'm thinking about going to like after I get my degree and everything. uh, I'm thinking about just going into work, but then again, I'm like, you know, what if I can continue my education and go further, get like a master's or something? So I'm still deciding. So yeah, and yeah, like what helped me during my journey is like what helped me like afterwards was I really got into I when I transferred over to NAU, I was able to work with physical therapy, like the student physical therapists at NAU, and that really helped me. They helped me build strength and do like keep my physical health consistent, and like because my physical health is really important to me. It's like because I'm out here in Flag doing living independent as like I'm living independently like is the best I can, but it's hard with the disability I have because you know like there's days where it's hard for me to do stuff, but you know physical therapy is teaching me how to get stronger and be more independent and stuff. So yeah, and yeah, I'm still doing what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you. Um,
Uh,
can I answer that? Or
Go for it. Yeah.
yeah, so what inspires me is that because like when I got my disability, I didn't really know a lot about it, so I had no idea what it was. But as I explained, I'm minoring in disability studies, so um that that inspires me to like learn about my own disability and like like if there's any solutions I can do to like make it like kind of make it not just for myself, but whatever I learn I can share with somebody else going in like with going having the same situation too. So yeah.
Like I said, what inspired me was like I said it's mainly just seeing all the other people with disabilities and seeing how they manage theirs and cope with theirs in different ways, which was really I don't know, it's a big impact. And for the next one, was it? Um, Not really where I'm at for the understanding it, but I think that's what we're trying to work on right now for the better understanding for the disability.
um, the oppression that they had to deal with, but just being a part, of many different, tribal communities. Um, when it comes to them, it's important because a lot of times, if you look into the history of the different nations, some of them, yes, they had, different ways of understanding disability. A lot of them didn't have the language of, the word for disability, but a lot of times um, they were inclusive. They tried to find places where we all belonged, and how different individuals could help. But just understanding that however that may look, whether positive or negative, it is important that, you know, to an extent, you know, there were people who were, who were inclusive to disability without even having that knowledge or language to express that or understand that. So, for me, when it comes to the community supports, um, I think I was very lucky in that, you know, I had, community supports, just because, I did live in, the urban areas of, uh, of Phoenix. I basically lived, in the Mesa Salt River, area, uh, for most of my time down here in Arizona. So having those resources did help, um, and that you know but I do understand that I am extremely lucky for having that those having those resources. Um, so to my other two, let's see, believe. Uh, are there, so for the other two, uh, yeah, Eric and Kenny, are there any? Oh, well, I guess for all of us, are any of you are into in mentoring roles? Uh, I have kids who really benefit from hearing your stories and challenges and successes, and that was from Sarah Gordon.
I am in a mentoring role. Like, I am, like in my, I explained that I'm in a program called SIPC in college, and I was I enrolled in that program, and I enrolled as a student, like when I was at community college, where I had a peer mentor and everything. But once I graduated and transferred over to NAU, that same program, the C program, hired me on as a peer mentor. So I'm in that role, like mentoring other students, and it's really cool. It gives me it like I'm learning how to I'm learning about other disabilities and stuff, and it's to me it's really cool, like being in being in that position, I guess. Yeah.
I would say, for me, in the let's see. In the chat, yes. You know, me, AJ, and Eric are a part of Diversibility Incorporated. And that, for me, I've been with them for almost around 10 years now, and that we, I've, helped, many different people from, many parts of the state of Arizona, as well as many of the tribal communities. Not necessarily specifically in the tribal communities, but they would, we had, some people come to the Arizona Youth Leadership Forum, which is a transition, a program to help people and young adults and youth transition into adulthood. We had people come from Navajo Nation, all the way down from Navajo Nation to Phoenix to attend. We've also have held, AZYLFs in Navajo, in the Navajo Nation, in Dene College, which is around Saley, if you know that area. We've also hosted an indigenous YLF as well as an AZ YLF, specifically for people from the Gila River community, as well as other, communities around, Central Phoenix. So it was very much, we very much, want and believe in diversity, as a core tenet. But we we've helped many others as well. So